Hey, good morning. Scott Smith here, doing a little driving and videoing today. Hope y'all are doing well. Hey, so just kind of something I want to go over that I got into a discussion this morning on the Facebook group Lab Coats Agents, which is a group that is made up predominantly of residential agents, maybe some investors, but albeit probably few commercial real estate practitioners. And that's okay, that's cool. You don't really find many Facebook groups that are 100% commercial real estate focused. So you get a lot of these residential agent groups. Anyway, the topic came up. A residential agent said that she was looking to put up a commercial listing for the real estate and for the business, so that's business brokerage as well, and wanted to know the best place to list that property. And so reading through the comments, which is always horrific, it was kind of a mixed bag. There's a lot of agents encouraging her to take the commercial listing, and then there were some others that were trying to help her understand commercial's different than residential, and if you don't know where to market a property, you probably shouldn't take that listing. And so I actually agree with the latter. And so a lot of residential agents think that the commercial agents, and this was actually put in that comment section as well, that it's not a knighthood, was one guy's reference to commercial agents. And it's funny that the commercial agents always try to discourage the residential agents because we don't want them getting in and taking our business away from us, which is kind of funny. Goes to show you the mindset. But so from a commercial agent's perspective, why should a residential agent not do a commercial real estate transaction or take a listing or rep a buyer, etc., what have you? Okay, so first things first, depending on what state you're in, the way that the property is zoned may change the agency in which you have to handle a transaction, okay? And commercial agency is not the same as a residential agency. It doesn't have to be in writing. It can, and I have classes on this in my Patreon account, so feel free to go to Patreon, patreon.com, CRE education, that's commercial real estate education. The zoning may change the agency. That doesn't have to be in writing, and you can have a presumed agency, you can have a gratuitous agency. There's a bunch of different types of agency that you can create, either intentional or unintentional. So just by your words and actions, it may change how an agency is created. Not so in residential. Most residential managers that are attempting to help the agents don't even realize this. Again, depending on what state you're in. In Maryland, that's what we have. Maybe it's different in other states. But, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you're gonna attempt to put your property in the MLS, commercial agents and commercial people don't even look in the MLS for properties. That's just not where we go. We usually go to CoStar, LoopNet. We go contact our broker. We have our own independent databases that we go and look for properties. A lot of commercial transactions get done and never even hit the market. That's because it's usually all math related. How you handle a commercial transaction is completely different. Letters of intent are used. You don't go right into a contract. Our websites where we market the properties, completely different than residential. We use attorneys. These are all things that there's a reasonable expectation for one to know if you're going to get into or attempt to get into a commercial transaction, okay? Also, not to mention the fact that Article 11, National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics, clearly states, and it says commercial real estate in there. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. It's not worth the money that you're going to make in a commission to lose your real estate license forever. It's just not worth it. By doing something that you don't know is a violation of the Code of Ethics. You are not looking out for your client's best interest by taking that listing, by repping that buyer, right? By repping that tenant. You're not looking out for your client's best interest. And so if that is not at the center focus of what you do every day, is this right for the client? Is this in my client's best interest? If that is not the center of what you do every day, then you're violating the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics. Hands down. So, those are just some of the key points from a commercial broker's perspective on why residential agents should not take a commercial transaction without getting assistance or a mentorship or a partnership, or first getting the education on how to conduct a commercial transaction. But if you are engaging with that client first and saying you can help them when you actually have no clue of what you're doing, you have created serious offenses, and I probably would not be posting that out there on the interwebs for people to look you up, because your clients are going to look you up. They're going to look you up on Facebook, right? If they're going to see that you're posting questions like, I'm thinking about taking a listing, how can I market this property? And it's their property, they're probably going to be pretty pissed, right? So, things to think about. Hope you're well. God bless. See y'all soon.